How about a big welcome for Marianne Sheridan?
Thank you, and welcome to another episode of Lesbian with me, Marianne, your token lesbian. I thought I'd do a little special something today, being it's Memorial Day, and in remembrance of all those past, present, and future in the military that we've lost, that we will lose, that they're never forgotten. You can see this. This hat was my dad's in World War II. He was a Marine Corps private. These are his original dog tags from World War II, Marine Corps. All wool. That's his hat. Over here, we have the Purple Heart. I just wanted to do a little tribute, being it's Memorial Day, and in honor of my dear father and all those fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters, sons, daughters. As a human being, I thank you, and as an American, of course, I thank you. Okay, so now on to today's topic. Today's topic, as I said on Friday, is going to speak about long-distance relationships because, well, for one thing, I happen to be in one, but it's not like your typical long-distance relationship, and I'll explain why briefly here, as briefly as I can. But if you know me, you know that briefly is a long run-on sentence. That's me. Anyway, okay. Yes, my girlfriend Melba, affectionately known as Mel, she and I met almost 3 years ago. August will be 3 years, and we met online. She found me. And, not that it matters, but just thought I'd tell you. Anyway, yes, so we got together. She came down here from New York and stayed with me. We went through a couple of hurricanes together, which is always good to start off and kickstart a romance. It's always a nice thing to do. If you can stay locked up for 5.5 hours in a bathtub with someone you just met, and you're still together after that, honey, that's a keeper for sure. She kept her apartment, of course, but eventually what happened was, because I wanted to go back to New York, because I am a native New Yorker, die-hard through and through, from Long Island, from Brentwood, as a matter of fact, right next door to Rosie O'Donnell's hometown of Comac. I mean, you could spit and you're there. Actually, I did spit, but I wasn't there. But I spit. No, that wasn't me that spit. That was my mother that spit. Into the wind. You paying attention? Okay. Again, so yeah, so anyway, we got to New York, we stayed in the Bronx at Mel's apartment, and we kept on looking for a place out on Long Island, and we found a nice place, a house way out east. This is my opinion, but a long-distance relationship will work just like, and no different than a traditional relationship. If somebody you were dating in person every day, you met at the bar, you met in the store, you met at the laundromat, or whatever, it's going to work. If there's a connection there, there's a connection there. My take is that if you in a long distance relationship, it tends to be a little bit stronger, I think, because you have that distance and you have to have that trust. I mean, big time, you have to have that trust. You always have to have trust, but in a long distance relationship, that really comes to play. These, of course, are all my opinions, but in my experience, in my 46 years of living, usually what will happen is that old U-Haul will come out and poof, one of you will move to the other person's state or city or town, whatever. One of you will move to the other one's house, place. Vice versa, or you both move out and get your own place together. But one way or the other eventually will come together, or it'll break up. But then again, that happens, in a regular relationship that you meet, so there's no guarantees no matter what. So I say long distance relationship, although there's more stress on it, but on the other hand, there's a positive side that you have that break, so it kind of always keeps the relationship in that new stage. You kind of get that back every time. Eventually, I think it works out in the long run, no matter what. Like I said, if there's a connection, there's a connection. And that's the bottom line, and that's all I got to say today for today's show. Tomorrow, I will say more. So, hopefully everybody had a beautifully safe weekend, and we'll tune in tomorrow for another episode of Write a Lesbian. That's it, kids. Bye-bye.